there. Welcome to Adventures Great and Small. We got back from Jeep Beach, and some of the things we ordered finally came in. We've got the cart so we can take the doors off the Jeep. Then we had ordered a set of tube doors off of Amazon from Tyger. Not quite sure, but we'll see. And then got a set of mirrors from Hooke Road to put on the doors from Tyger. Our goal is, this afternoon, is to be driving with the tube doors on this evening. So join us on this adventure. It's going to be fun. My assistant. Okay, so we're going to use the tailgate as a Gladiator as a working surface because it's the right height and it's where all the parts are going. So first thing we're going to do is unbox the cart to hang the doors on. So anyway, we're going to open the tailgate and make our working surface. This is the easy folding rolling cart. I don't remember if we showed you, but Nancy did try this out over at Jeep Beach with 4 doors hung on it, and it worked really well. So let's get it out and get it assembled.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it comes with a manual, fairly detailed on how to assemble it and how to hang your doors. So this will be fairly quick, we hope. Put the wheels on is really easy. It comes with everything already in place. The one thing to remember is this little lock plate is cut to go around the nut here. So you want to slide it on, bring it through, and washer and nylon lock nut. It comes with these 4 brackets, the 6 bolts you need to put it together as it shows here, the 4 quick release pins, 4 quick release pins, and the nylon washers. This is the wrench they sent. It would work if you didn't have any tools. I still like my ratchet better. So hang on a second. When you haven't ever done this before and you're figuring it out as you're filming, sometimes you make mistakes. Other times it goes in right away. In this case, made a mistake. Alright, so doing it this way is going to work out a lot better, because what I can do is get this side and the top put together, then spin it around. Don't forget the plate. I don't know what these really are for. Somebody told me once they're for dental tools, but what I like is for doing this right here where I'm trying to find the...
You're right centered. Whoops.
Then you have to get the inside, this lined up, so you can slide the bolt in. Then you come over on this side, line up the washer, and slide the bolt out.
A little tricky.
Yeah, a little tricky.
Well done.
And tighten these up now that you get them all of them in there on this side. And we'll go to the other side. Alright, I've got these hung on here. And what I'm doing is I'm snugging them so we can move them once we get the doors pulled off the Jeep and get them set the right height. Okay. Got all these hung. They're approximately the right height. So what we'll do is we're going to pull the front, probably pull the left front door off, hang it first, and that way we can get all the adjustments correct on this once the door's on there. And then we should never have to touch them again. This is cool.
Yay.
So
right here, they provided us a toolkit to take the doors off. Handy little install. And right here's the handy little carrier where we get to put the bolts that come out of the hinges. So this is perfect setup.
One of the things everybody talks about is when you're taking these bottom bolts out of the hinges is not scratching your paint, which I agree with. However, having spent a little time in a body shop, I think the answer to not scratching the paint is to take a piece of painter's tape or masking tape and put it below the bolt, and that way you're protecting the paint. And yes, it has a nice little toolkit for doing this. Has a ratchet, a Torx 40, a Torx 50 I think, and a socket for 15mm socket for taking your windshield out.
Windshield wipers.
Windshield wiper. Oh, that's right. Windshield
Okay,
wiper.
one of the things that they tell you when doing the taking out of the doors is that the best thing to do is put the windows down. So we're going to do that right now while John's unhinging everything. Yep, going.
All right, pulling the driver's side off while we're at it. And again, I just threw a little painter's tape or masking tape or blue tape or whatever you want to call it to protect the paint. And if you haven't noticed yet, yes, I've changed t-shirts. I think this is my third one I've sweated out today. Even though we got the shade up, it's a little warm today.
They have thought of everything. There is a wonderful little case right here where you can put all of the bolts for the doors, hinges. They just snug right in there, like that.
Pull straight back on this. Per the Jeep video, take this off of here to give it more slack on the bottom and see if you can rotate the cam out.
Button on the bottom. There's a black button right on. It did say black button right in the middle on the bottom, and rotate the cam out. Come on. Yes. And it worked.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Little hands get it done. There you go. See? That bottom
point where I'm running out of room here, I'm going to take the stork apart and just unscrew it
by hand. And the important thing here, just to remember,
Jeep tools. And we just pull on this. It comes right up, and these 4 bolts can go right in here.
Now that's officially that's where the bolts, if you lay your windshield down, go. But I think they fit rather well right there.
Yes, they do. All right.
Back off a little bit.
Okay. Straight up. There we go.
And as you can see, the first fitting of these is a little iffy, but it went pretty well, I think, in general. So we should just pop this off. Again, it's on a leash. This one is much easier to get out. You just push that right there. Bring this in just a little bit. And
well, that one's way easier.
Take that off. Put it. Don't forget to put your tag ends in your skirt. That keeps them from going places.
Yeah, on top of my green thing there.
And I have done that.
Okay.
I've done this to do this.
Oh, that's
and
right.
I'll meet you around. Slide it up some. There you go. Now tighten it so it doesn't fall.
Tighten it so it doesn't fall.
All right. Now I'm going to move this one. I'm sorry. Okay. Now raise the top one. Something I forgot to do, I'm going to do right now, is don't forget to put your body parts panels back in place and lock them up. Because when you put the tube doors on, you don't want them flopping around. So we're going to put these up. And then we're going to unbox the tube doors in a little bit and get them on the Jeep and then go for a ride this evening. Okay, so for today, we've built the carrier for the doors. We've taken the doors off for the first time. And now we're going to unbox the tube doors.
Yay.
Yay. Now, this is pretty cool. The first, I don't know, 5-6 steps is how to remove your doors, in case you didn't know how. That's kind of nice. So I'm going to figure out what we're doing here. Got door latches, bolt onto the doors. So hang all 4 doors on the Jeep for right now. And assemble them in place, I think, is how I'm going to do it. Now, one of the things I did notice is they're threaded, so if I was going to leave them on for an extended period of time, I could put the bottom bolts back in, or if we're going off-roading, I didn't want to get mud up in there, I could put the bottom bolts in that came off of the original doors. That's kind of neat. These are a lot better made and a lot better coated than I expected for what we paid. We're starting by putting the bumpers on. They say not to tighten these things up, which makes sense, so you can move stuff around. We did have to go get a couple more wrenches because they sent us the wrong size Allen wrench in the kit. So just be aware of that. And they didn't send us any wrench, so we're using my ratchet set. So, but that I would have anyway, so that's not a big deal. And what we're doing here is we're just snugging all this up so that we can move it around. And then we'll put the latch on there and move it around a little bit and then tighten everything up, and this first door will be mounted. Is I'm adjusting this so that when I push down on this, it opens. And when I do that, it shuts. So now all I have to do is
snug it down.
Snug it down. All the latches are mounted and adjusted, and
Closes
not
good.
bad. Now, what we can do is we've got some washers that we can put behind the bumpers if we find that they're a little bit loose, to adjust them out a little bit more if we need to. But these, by the way, they send shims to shim it out in case you need to. I actually had to use the hammer to coerce it into the right position. But now it fits nice and tight and locks in solid. So doors are on. Our next step is to unbox the mirrors and see if they will fit.
This is the box that is used to install the factory mirrors on the Jeep. We decided not to use those, instead bought a set of Hooke Road mirrors. So let me walk you around to the other side. The box is cut off, and he drilled 4 holes and put in 4 bolts. Didn't even take him half an hour, and we've got mirrors. That way we don't have to switch them every time we take the
Well, it's been a fun weekend. We got to unbox 3 products, actually 4. The cart, the tube doors, the mirrors on the doors, and the cover that you didn't see because we went cheap on Amazon and it
Bad
didn't
idea.
fit. Bad idea. You know, we had it was bad. Anyway, so tube doors, absolutely outstanding. They fit well, they work well. We ran around with them for the last 3 or 4 days. Mirrors, they're great. Like them. Easy to install once I cut the box off and drilled some holes. So what we're going to do now is put the doors back on, and we'll be back with you in a minute. And this will be our first time.
John works harder than I do. It took us 21 minutes to take the doors off, put the other doors back on.
All right, doors on. Windows, locks, everything works. We put tape under the hinges to keep from banging the paint. We put the tubes on the rack, put tape here, painter's tape, keep them from swinging. Easy, everything worked great. Great project, love it. So, next weekend, we're going to be out on the trail. We're taking a class in how to 4-wheel to see what we don't know. And
I may or may not drive.
oh, she's going to drive.
I'm going to
So, adventure's great and small. Like and subscribe. Join us on the trail.